Good time zone to you all, now that you can hear me. I'm here. Yes, there's sound. I know there's sound. No, hang on. That's rather loud. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm. I feel like there's a question here. Does it count if I start? Like, if I start streaming, obviously we're not going to start, having doing anything meaningful. We're just going to be chatting bullshit for. What do you mean? Where's chat? Chat's right there. She's recovered remarkably. Look, I just gave her some water and crossed my fingers, and then I came in the next day, and it was much better. So there we go. Nope, I don't know what you're talking about. It's the same plant. Nope. I don't own any other plants. I can't possibly be. The greenhouse in the sky. Yes. Well, right. I'm going to put myself an earring on because I'm a fancy man. Is that just chat with a South African accent or New Zealand accent? Chit. Okay, you got me. You got me. The plant died. The plant was very dead. It wasn't coming back. We have a new chat who is a fern of some description. A fluffy fern. Although actually not as fluffy as it looks. Chat 2. Yes. Press F in the chat for chat. Chat Junior. Do Ian Garrett... What? I'm sorry, Fatty Liver King. You've lost me completely. I don't know what any of those things are. If you'd care to explain, I will... no idea. Nope. Nope. Completely lost. Voices in my head. Louis? Why Louis, Nika? Oh. Oh, I see. Isn't it like Louis? Like him? In French? I don't know. Gamescom was lovely, thank you. It was rather overwhelming. There were lots of people. Too many people. But I met some lovely people. I took lots of selfies with nice people I may or may not have worked with. And just generally had a good time. But I know for next year, I was staying in a hotel attached to a football stadium up the road. And next year, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to try and book early. If I do go again, that is. Book early and be there. Be there promptly. Right. I feel like my webcam is doing some sort of smoothing thing on my face, and I don't like it. What do we do? Oh, God. No, absolutely not that. Whatever that is. I think I just need to up the brightness of my... Are we ready, everyone? That's mildly better. What is white balance? There we go. Who cares? We'll do that. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Just forget I ever did anything. A tent for Gamescom. yeah, maybe. Right, that's. I'm happy with that. I mean, the problem is partly that there's just this very large bit of white wall here, which is going to throw back any light that I put on. Oh, thank you, Yoshk, for throwing some points at me, bits at me. Oh, I don't know. Oh no, sorry, I misspoke. I know what white balance is, but I don't know what the setting in this particular thing does. It's just called white balance. It doesn't give any indication of where I should be. There was room enough for cartwheels. Sorry, I'm catching up. God forbid there are more than like 20 of you in here, otherwise I will not be able to keep up with anything. There are room for cartwheels. Yeah, I can see Louis, actually. You know, it's got that sort of French king vibe. But I think in the name of tradition, the new plant will be called Chat. Yes, definitely an Ursula. Speaking of Ursulas, Kiddo, you have a Sing Us a Song, which is... throw the kilt just there. Yeah. Which belongs to you. And you may make a choice as to what song it will be, because we weren't here to do it last time. So I've been saving it up. When was the first stream? Does anybody remember? Was it more than a year ago, or was it less than a year ago? Have we been streaming for more in November? Okay, so we haven't quite been going for a year yet. Oh yeah, this is Roach, and then Roach, and then new Roach. Well, it'll be nice to have you with us while you're here. I'm going to open this window because it's quite warm. I can't get my temperature right. I'm too hot. I'm too cold. Pin the Discord. Thank you. Pin the Discord in the chat. Yep. A minute. Invite people. Copy. Hot damn. Call the police and the fireman. Join the Discord. Yoink. Pin until I manually unpin it. Oh, I'm blushing. How do I feel about Sweeney Todd? I like it. Yeah, turn into a fry. We have... I can add some... That's a good question. That's a good point. Oh, no, it's a nightmare going through Discord to try and find PNGs. But if I... Yeah, I'm going to... Bear with me. Emotes. We have some free standard emotes to use, which I'm going to use for your pleasure and mine. Right, first of all, we're getting... What do you mean the image... Oh, this image is not square-shaped. Give me a minute while I fiddle around in Paint. I've also lost... There we go. Yeah. I'd happily do... I haven't seen Marmalade again. I'm sad. Hello, Emmy. I am not a square. How dare you suggest such a thing? Discord only... Sorry, Discord... Where am I? What year is it? Twitch only allows things which are square. If I... make that... There's almost certainly a better way than what I'm doing, but then it wouldn't be me, would it? Oh no, oh no. Ah, that'll do. You'd think that it could just like crop, wouldn't you? But no, or just fill out. Considering that it's just a PNG with a blank background, it could fill things in. It could do anything really, but they choose not to. Because they're terrible people, presumably. Yes, a rhombus, rhomboid, a parallelogram. Right, we now have... We should have access to this. Maybe I need to reload. Let's be honest, you're here for the faff. We have this masterpiece. Yes, I won't forget to water Louis. Louis has been well potted in, as it were. If you didn't expect any faff, then it's more fool you, I'm afraid. We have a babushka wheel, and I presumably have something else. Oh God, that's the doorbell. I'll be right back. Yoink. I'm back. Baba Yaga. Quite. Hopefully this is... Yes. My Fitbit went for a swim and it didn't come out very well of it. So I had to send it back. And now... I apparently have a refurbished one. Which is nice of Google. How generous they are. Does my house have legs? I can't answer that question, I'm afraid. There is a link to the spreadsheet somewhere. I think it's in announcements. There is, for those of you not in the Discord, join the Discord. But there is a spreadsheet of things that what people would like Will to read or sing. So it's good to be able to keep track. Nope. It's not what I'm looking for. I can't find what I'm looking for. There we go. Chicken legs, chicken hair. Yeah. Meds. Thank you. Right. First of all, today's stream will be shorter than usual because I have things I need to do afterwards. But regardless of that, we're going to have fun. You're going to be entertained. I'm going to be the wittiest I've ever been. And we also have bingo. Oh my goodness. Yes, get yourself a bingo card. Hang on. Yep. Everybody take your meds. It's very easy to forget about bingo. It's a shame I can't pin more than one thing, really. How do I search bingo? I could do my friends as marzipan. That's the other one. There's a bingo card as well for you. It's pinned in the streaming channel, yes, I know, but yes, I wish there were some... I could probably pin it on... Oh, God. Down a rabbit hole we go. Give me a minute. Cannot be bothered. Why is nothing where you want it to be on Twitch? I just want to edit my page, I think. Back to channel. Manage your sub. Oh. Lovely. I can add a panel. Bingo! Right, there's a link to bingo on my page, but pretty women as much. Oh God, that would be a challenge. I have to say that Pretty Women is not my favourite song in Sweeney Todd. It's I thought you were the free space, Yoshk. I thought that was the whole point. If there's one song I really don't, I find Little Priest goes on for too long. Oh dear. I think I need to charge my Fitbit. There we go. Right, the screen seems to be working on this one. Where was I? Everyone can behave. I don't need a bingo card, otherwise that's insider trading, I think. Okay, what we'll do then is we will start with the singing request. Because why not? It's a free country. Although the planes are too loud. Not by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I don't believe. Although it could be interesting. I see you, Joanna. I feel you. Could have set Louis on fire. Oh dear. Yosh, you get a good job for repeated good behaviour. Why? YouTube, you're not working. Is there a reason you're not working? Why? No. What if I just close? I'm just closing Flimflam. And by Flimflam, obviously, I mean Firefox. Everybody understood that, right? Is this a technical issue? Yeah, it's a technical issue. Oh, dated memes. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate. Let's try that again. Intriguing. Can I get... Do I have any sound on my system? It would appear not. But why? I swear I haven't touched anything. Come on. Come on, Nelly. I believe in you. There we go. Oh. Sorry, just a bit of Nightling soundtrack there for you. I just had to change... I just had to enable and disable my thing, and it worked. So, there we go. As ever, have you tried switching it off and on again? Yes. This is chat. Have everyone meet. It's got a case on it. It's fine. It's not... I don't think this pot is porous. I nearly finished... Well, I've basically finished the Nightling. I've enjoyed it a lot. It's basically... before I start singing... No, I'll tell you about the Nightling after I've sung. Right, Nightling. It's going on the board. It's going on the board, people. Right. First of all, I will if you remind me. Ah. Now there's a challenge. Want it in theatre mode, obviously, darling. My screen isn't big enough, basically. That's the problem. It's cold. Yes, I've passed the buck, as it were. But I feel like if I had a second screen, I don't know, I'd start watching Josh Strife Hayes on the back of whatever I was doing. And if I had a bigger screen, I would just fill it with more nonsense. So I don't know, I'm stuck. I'm at a loss. Grzegorz. He's not called Greg anymore. Where is Greg? Oh, he's over there. I've put him far enough away that I actually have to stand up to stop him. Because otherwise I get too into the flow of doing whatever I'm doing. Well, can you blame me? Right, this is going in the middle. My hair's... I haven't put any product in my hair. Oh dear. Right, and how's the volume? Sorry, before I start, this is My Friends from Sweeney Todd in the style of Marajai Aziliash. It is a song, if you don't know the plot, basically this is the point at which he discovers that the only thing that's left are his razors from his previous life, as Benjamin Barker, I think is his name. Is Sweeney Todd's actual name Benjamin Barker? I don't think I've just pulled that out of my arse. I think that's true. Yes, and he finds these razors and he sings a song to them. And now I'm going to close the window again because obviously I've become annoyed by the noise. Yes, it's Marajai singing to his agonizer. These are my friends. See how they glisten. See this one shine, how it smiles in the light. My friend, my faithful friend. Speak to me, friend. Whisper, I'll listen. I know, you've been locked out of sight all these years, like me, my friend. Well, I've come home to find you waiting. Home, and we're together, and we'll do wonders, won't we? You there, my friend?
I'm your friend too.
Come, let me hold you. Now, with a sigh, you grow warm in my hand, my friend, my clever friend.
Always had a fondness for you, I did.
Rest now, my friends.
Never you
Soon I'll unfold you.
can move in
Soon you'll know splendors you never have dreamed all your days. My lucky friends, till now your shine was merely silver.
Silver's good enough for me.
Friends, you shall drip rubies. You'll soon drip precious rubies. At last, My agonizer is complete again. That last chord was longer than I thought it was. I'm your friend too, Martin. Leave me alone. See, I thought it was quite a good fit, isn't it? It's not that far to being, you know, basically about the agonizer. So, yay! Thank you, Yosh, for your celebration, throwing your bits at me. Oh, Indy, you've redeemed early. Tell me what your wish is. Just making me think of that. That meme that's like the genie asking me for the 6th time just to make sure I still want a Greg's pasty. Oh dear, stars, yes. Oh, stars. Right, do you want it as Marajai, or would you like it not, why did I just typed in Marajai? Stars in my own voice. Okay. Understandable. Now, I'm going to have to skim through some of these tracks because I don't like the film version of this. Stars, Les Miserables, authentic orchestral karaoke instrumental. Oh dear, why do I feel like this is going to be awful? They will wet themselves with blood. There, out in the darkness. Like that. Dated memes. It's okay. It's a good fallback. Simply Red? No. Oh god, my something inside me just dies whenever there's whenever I hear a like really bad MIDI instrument. Or it works okay with something that's very 80s. So Les Mis, like it can. It's particularly strings. Yeah, that's my second backup. But I'm still not. Stars, if I give Stars, Les Mis, karaoke. What about the film? Will the film version be okay? It might be. Sound of a violin being played like a guitar. Pizzicato? Pizzicato? I barely know her. When is my birthday? Well, wouldn't you like to know? No. What about just in What about just in... Okay. I'll get to the birthday in a second. Definitely not that one. That's okay. It's the harp. I think maybe I'm just going to go pure piano. How do we feel about that? Every year. Okay, I'm gonna find one more. How's this? Wait. I like this one. Does anybody else have any objections to this particular recording? Because it sounds nice. Right, I will get to my birthday in a minute. You'll just have to hold on. Birthday going on the list. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Stars from Les Miserables. There, out in the darkness, a fugitive running, fallen from grace, fallen from grace. God be my witness, I never shall yield till we come face to face. Till we come face to face. He knows his way in the dark, but mine is the way of the Lord. And those who follow the path of the righteous shall have their reward. And if they fall as Lucifer fell, the flame, the sword, stars in your multitudes, scarce to be counted, filling the darkness with order and light. You are the sentinels, silent and sure, keeping watch in the night, keeping watch in the night. You know your place in the skies. You hold your course and your aim, and in each season returns and returns, and is always the same. And if you fall like Lucifer fell, you fall in flame. And so it has been, and so it is written on the doorways to paradise, that those who falter and those who fail must pay the price. Lord, let me find him, that I may see him, safe behind bars. I will never rest till then. This I swear, this I swear by the stars. Well, wasn't that lovely? That was a lovely little piano accompaniment as well. I'm going to like that video. Voz y piano. I'll even add it. I'm going to add it to a thing. How do I add it to a playlist? YouTube used to be simple. Oh no, now I have to click save. Right, there you, Indy. Completed. Yes. Thank you. One day I'll play Javert. It'll happen. Be ready. I can't help but think it's definitely more of a Heinrich song than it is a Marajai song. I think we can all agree there. But it reminded me of the someone did the Les Mis meme. Oh, Scribbler, you spoil us. You spoil us for starting the hype train. You'll have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. Well, thank you, Twitch. That's nice. But thank you very much, Scribbler. That's very kind. Oh, hang on. There's a thing. I was going to do a thing that is on the doinky doink. I've started a challenge. Oh God, more subs. Hype. Thank you, Hedia, for helping us achieve my sub goal. I'm still not sure what that means. I'm having more of an idea, but I've just started a community challenge, which feels fitting. I am but one dom. It's a race. It's a race. I'm winning. I'm winning. Name that film. Somebody name that film. Who are our lucky winners? Can I see? I should be able to. I feel like I should be able to see. Somehow, oh my God, that's raised a lot of things already. I should have made this point total higher. I see we've got a lot of points to. Thank you, Emmy. Hydrating. Marajai fell and hit his head hard. I think, yeah, Marajai is more of a master of the house. Although there's something quite touching about Marajai singing empty chairs at empty tables. But there we go. All by myself. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just going back and reading because I've missed things. Oh God, we really have. There's a lot. That total's gone up a lot faster than I was expecting it to. Okay, right. Two things. Firstly, the Nightling. I have nearly finished the Nightling. I got defeated what I think is the final boss last night. And there's just a little. There is a little, I think, post, end game scene I need to do. I feel like I want to go and run around and pick up the final bits and bobs and do all the side quests and try and 100% it. Because it's basically, I think I've had to resign myself to the fact that there's Nintendo are never going to make another Zelda game in the style that I like. Oh, Zymek. Oh, you. Thank you for your gift of subs. That's very kind. Thank you, Zymek. Zymek. I like the 3D, Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda game, possibly my favorite game. And I just like the puzzly 3D combat-y, dungeony, different environments, but meaningful rewards behind things types of games. Yeah. And while there wasn't so much of that there wasn't so much variety in Nightling, it gave me I just didn't get on with Breath of the Wild or Tears. I haven't even tried Tears of the Kingdom because it just fundamentally didn't. From everything I read, it just didn't solve any of the problems that Breath of the Wild had. The legacy puzzle box dungeon thing, whereas Nightling didn't have massive legacy dungeons, but it did have puzzles that you had to solve to get the thing, and then it felt like you were doing it felt more dungeony. So basically, I would say that the Nightling feels like, it feels like a Zelda-like game, it's just nice, and it's short and it's fun. So I could thoroughly recommend it. Yes, I heard. Yeah, it's old school like that, and it helps you gradually build up your arsenal of things, so that the combat starts off simple and then you end up getting a lot more complex. It's not perfect. There's lots of little funny bugs and bits and things, and sometimes things don't happen the way you would expect them to. But it feels honest somehow. Yeah, very. It's clearly inspired. But I just couldn't. And I know it's not. What really annoyed me about Breath of the Wild, that was I hate puzzles with no right way of solving them. Or I don't like combat that feels like, this is completely open-ended. And I just I like combat to have lots of options, but I like the whole weapon durability thing, and then being creative with your environment to try and attack things and then blowing things up, and maybe you can and then in Tears of the Kingdom it's you've got this Ultra Hand thing and you could just make some machines that do stupid stuff. To get past any problem you like. And it's just I don't... It just feels almost lazy. And I don't... I kind of want a crafted experience. I want somebody to have thought, this is engaging and interesting. I don't mind weapon durability in a game that it just feels like it's trying to push you into a style of play that is not necessarily fun. It's just what they've decided. Now, I say this, that I know that sometimes you have to trust developers, and I know that for example, with the Blood of Dawnwalker, there's going to be some uphill battle because they are making the decisions to do the time. It's not a time limit, but time as a resource mechanic. And I fundamentally think that what that is about helping people to play in a way that is kind of not save scummy, and not like is trying to get you to play a bit more instinctively and like really role play as the character and imagine the pressure on them to make decisions that are what's the word, like mutually exclusive. So you have, if you do one thing, you can't do the other thing because otherwise, you need to, it ups the stakes in a way. And that's going to be controversial and people won't like that. And that people might feel the same way about that I feel about playing, being forced to endure weapon, durability. But yeah, I just, there's something about it. The weapon durability combined with the lack of a generally curated experience, it just didn't leave me with a good feeling. It didn't leave me with a nice taste in my mouth, let's say. Hang on, I've been ranting. Yes, in Breath of the Wild, I completely just jumped to the end. I just didn't engage with any of the combat. I just didn't like the combat at all. It didn't feel good to me. Whereas the combat in the Nightling I felt did feel good, and like there are times when I fuck it up, but I don't feel overly punished. And the parrying feels nice. And yeah, it just feels more fun and varied because it's like you've got different ways of attacking that aren't overwhelming you, and also it's just fun to attack with a shield. How do I like Gwent? I like Gwent, but yes, I think that's basically the problem that they had, was that like it's always like the completion. So I think it's a cure to completionism, the Rebel Wolves thing, because when I'm playing The Witcher, I see that quest that is like, beat all the people at Gwent and get all the special Gwent cards. And the completionist in my brain goes, oh, I kind of want to do that before I finish the game. So I should do that first, and I'll do all that, and then I get distracted and I do something else, and then it's like, oh, and then I found this other thing that actually I would quite like to do this storyline of these people I've bumped into, and let me go and play that over there. It's like, like, I think it's actually trying to help people out of that situation by removing the background processing that's like, there's something else I should be doing, or there's something else I could be doing, because there isn't. There's one thing you can be doing at this point in time, and you've chosen to do that, and so you're going for it. And it should be, I think, a releasing experience as opposed to a locking down experience. And really, I think this is, in my opinion, what it kind of boils down to, what a lot of these game dev and narrative and ludonarrative decisions come down to, is about pushing, like, is about having faith in the writers and game designers, that like, you're still going to have a good time. It might not be the good time that you expected, but they know what they're doing, and they're going to be there to. They will buffer you into a fun experience or an engaging experience, at the very least. That might not be what you expect, but you've just got to trust that they know what they're doing first. You can't second guess them and try and be like, oh no, I've got a bad ending and therefore. So yes, Gwent mentioned. Yes, apologies. Yeah, the soundtrack's not that great. I don't think I could hum you the Breath of the Wild theme. Whereas, Hyrule Field theme, basically constantly in my head. Also, the thing about them, there was a connectedness to music in those games, and even in Wind Waker, there's a connectedness to music that's like, is there anything musical in the Breath of the Wild? Like, I don't remember it. And all the rewards are just so boring. You just get nothing. There's no incentive to. You can't go and find some unique thing in the background of a place, and you just get stupid orbs to increase your health or stamina. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Yes, the thing about the big open world. Yeah. Oh, Gerudo Valley. Diddle-ding, ding, diddle-ding. Hang on. I've had an idea. I don't think that's going to be a good tab. Official? Oh, fuck off. Oh, it requires 2 guitars. Maybe later. I don't mind a puzzle. If it's fair. But sometimes I agree. There's hydrate. Incodated memes. I haven't forgotten my birthday. I have not forgotten my birthday. Yeah, I just it's you're right. It's the problem with just large open worlds is that they can feel empty, in a way that's depressing. Right, Nightling ticked off. Birthday. Well, wouldn't you like to know when my birthday is? Let me tell you. The reason I'm looking this up is because I have to remind myself of when. Oh, for fuck's sake, no. No, I will be here. I think. Barring hydrate or dihydrate. My birthday is in 2 weeks' time. No, 3 weeks' time. 3 weeks' time. 1, 2, 3 weeks' time. I looked it up and then I forgot what the number. I had the number in my head and then I said the wrong one. Hang on, there we go. How's that, Yoshk? Exactly 3 weeks' time is what I also meant to say. So the lights are it's getting bright in here. I'm gonna. That's better. And also, I'm going to get some mood lighting on behind me. Boom, boom, ding, ding, ding. There we go. Yeah. And when I say mood lighting, I mean blue lighting. And then if I do this. There we go. I mean, that looks a bit... Could be better. I am a Libra. Libras unite. 24th of September. Indeed. So soon. 2409. So yes, in theory, if I'm here, which I think I am, there's a possibility I might have to go up to Glasgow to do some recording things at some point at that point. And we'll be streaming on my birthday, so that'll be nice for everyone. I have no other plans. Libras unite. Balance in all things. Yes, I will be 33. 33 again. Jean-Mic, I've just seen that you've asked to play us a song. Sing me a song, rather. Sing you a song. I'll sing you a song. But we should probably start, maybe? Oh, Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. I don't know that one. I'll have to tell you, let's play half an hour of Rogue Trader, and then take a brief break because I will need it. And then I will, in that brief break, have a listen to Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. To be honest, kiddo, like, what's on track? He asks genuinely. He asks without guile. This is not a sidetrack, but I will say that I did buy Red Dead Redemption 2 yesterday because it was on sale for like £15, and I couldn't pass that up. And it's been, and I know it's on my list. It's on my next up list, along with The Altars, Baldur's Gate 3, Disco Elysium, Shadow of Mordor, Undertale, Prey, and Titan Quest 2, which I'm in, and I'd completely forgotten. And I say I'd completely forgotten. So it's early access, right? And this is Titan Quest 2. This is a sidetrack. It's early access, but it's sort of now out in early access. And I saw some friends of mine posting about it, and I remembered ages ago. I remember going in to do some like NPC stuff for a game, and I wasn't sure what it was, but like a long time ago, and I couldn't remember the specifics of any of it. I then saw loads of people announcing that they were in Titan Quest 2, and I was like, oh, that's sad. That was made by the people I work with all the time, and how come I wasn't in that? It turns out I am. So, it's nice. Ay. Yeah. So that's a victim of my own success, I would say. While I'm on that subject, oh God, we're never going to play the game today, are we? It's just going to be chat and nonsense. I as far as I know, there are 3 games releasing this month that I am a part of. And that is all. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. It's prime faffing about time. I also found... Now, I can't tell you this. So how can I tell you this? There's a game I was in that was cancelled. There have been, I think, 4 games I've been a part of that have been cancelled. And 2 of them I was playing main characters in. And oh no, I'm not risking anything about NDAs here, because technically the NDAs have already been breached by other people in quite severe ways, for some of them anyway. But so one of those games, I found somebody had actually leaked some audio of leaked some footage of the game being played that included some audio of me playing that character, which I didn't expect to see on the internet the other day, and I did. I was like, oh, it's sounded good. Don't think it was my fault. It definitely wasn't my fault. But yeah, so that's a fun little tidbit that happened to me the other day, and I feel like I've said nothing and said something there. No, not Prey 2. I didn't share it, no. It took a bit of digging. I found out that it existed, and it was on YouTube, and then it got taken down from YouTube. But it's, yeah. This is complex. Yes, exactly. So, technically, because it was leaked, that the way that NDAs are... The problem with NDAs is that you can not break an NDA, and people can still think you've broken an NDA, and it's the same problem. Because an NDA is void as soon as information is in the public that is not meant to be. And if you're not adding extra information to what is already out there, then you're not breaking an NDA. But the perception of... Anyway, grumble, grumble, grumble. Man grumbles at cloud. But there is some fun stuff out there for you to find if you want to. Right. Let's do what we're here to do. Which is play a game. Rogue Trader. Professional gamer. At the ready. Should probably show you the game. That'd be useful. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, no. Oh, no. I've managed to lose my... Sorry, I've lost my picture of myself. I've just got my ear. There we go. That wasn't a technical issue. That was... Oh, yeah. Anything's a technical issue if you try hard enough. Any chance I could get involved with the 40k project with Amazon / Henry Cavill? Would this count as the start time? No. As soon as I start talking, that's when we start. No? It's not when the game comes up on screen. That would be absurd. Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. Oh great, it's teeny tiny. That's not what we need. I think something's happened with my resolutions. Small trader. There is almost zero chance that I could be in the 40k project. Actually, no, that's a lie. There is a chance, and there's probably more of a chance with me than some other people, considering that apparently Mr. Cavill is a. What do you mean the game covers the chat? How dare you? How dare you suggest such a thing? Oh, it's because I forget when you resize the window. There we go. There is a chance that Henry Cavill has played Rogue Trader and therefore knows who I am, or at least has killed me. But also, there's a chance that he has played or heard my voice as the Emperor's Spear. Where up Spear Boy up here. Yep. He will protect us. Hang on, I'm gonna yoink up. I can't see what's going on there. Yeah, that works for me. I'm slightly askance, but it'll work. I would be interested. I mean, of course. Yes, that does count as Behold thing on shelf. The Emperor's Spear has our back. That game volume feels high to me, but I can't tell because they've got too many windows open. So yeah, it's not impossible. And my friend did play Yennefer in the Witcher series, so Yoshk. Easy. That doesn't count as a Yoshk. Shut up, by the way. So, yeah, the chance is greater than others. Hydrating. Right, Greg. To make you drink. Oh, sorry. Thank you, sir. I thought you were making me a drink for a minute. Nice to thanks. Good to pop. Nice to pop in. Have Merry Poppins. There we go. I think I've got away with it. Let us. Greg is set to 30 minutes. I've spoken about my birthday. I want to tick it off the list. The Witcher is your national treasure. For now. Just wait until Cohen swoops in. It is time. Headphone warning. You have 30 seconds. Your headphones. They are warned. Okay, the answer the answer to that, Jimek, is that she was in my year at drama school. So the question, it is. I think of her as an extended sibling. Are we close? Not particularly anymore. Just because it's been a while. But if I saw her in the street and said hello, I'm sure we would both be happy to go for a drink and just catch up. That's sort of the answer. Yeah. She doesn't have the power to get me into Warhammer 40k. But it is a contact more than other people might have. Okay. The time. It is now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Wednesday, my monkeys. My body is ready. Where were we? In the Coronis Expanse, I presume. I've stroked the Lacerax. It is necessary. Yes, we have Babushka Wheel. Unrest? How dare they? I feel like we did some shopping last time. But I also feel like... Oh, we gave Dad a shield. Yes. Yes. Staff of Endless Flame, yeah, we know that. We've got a combat shotgun and this las rifle. Yeah. Okay. Babushka. You Russians and your front-loading of syllables. Babushka. Grzegorz. I know that's Polish. Rzeszkiewicz. Right, journal. Wait for Calcazar's summons. Okay. Price of humanity. Oh yes, we've got Anthar to deal with. Shards of the Tempest. Well, they've sharted. Sorry, I was about to say I've sharted till I'll finish. There's the little skinny boy.
Rogue trader. Now that I've gained a foothold in real space, I must find a way to win back my cabal.
No, I haven't. I should do that.
Dead, and the Reaving Tempest will be torn apart by Kimura. And what is it you want to talk about?
Nothing. Not now.
Then go.
Right, we're going to go for a bath. We're going to have a bath. I did think to myself, oh, I could try it one day to get the achievement where you invite all of the companions into the bath. And then I remembered. To lose one companion. Shame on me. Lose 2 companions. Shame on them. Marajai does not look pleased by your summons. He smiles ominously. I've been told that you seek entertainment, rogue trader. Well, since you demand my time, I have a few ideas for you. How does bloodletting sound? I will not drain you completely, I promise. Oh yes, this will be very entertaining indeed. Toughness test failed. Oh shit. You're exhausted, your body is spent. Marajai pushes back a strand of hair from his face and his lips curl into a smile. Well, rogue trader, I've had my fill of fun. Lick your wounds well before summoning me again. Oh, we failed that. We'll have to try that again later. What's that up there? Oh, it's another creature. We have a lot of junk. Oh no, ooh. Is that what's currently equipped? Thank you, Emmy. I'm low on hydrating fluids. Oh. Only one chance for bath time. We've done bath bomb already. How to bathe your toaster. Where? Well, let's go to the Nullius. Nullius? They require our presence. We've got some. We're executing that. Oh god, we're well behind. Superior munitions. Is that blocked? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Nobody tells me nothing. Has anyone got where it's a race, I'm winning is from? Just out of curiosity. Right, what's happening here? Foulstone Purge. What? Zoink. 9 profit factor gained. Oh dear. It is Rat Race. Well done, kiddo. Oh dear lord. What do you want? Why are you all wearing white? I didn't have any options. Oh, what the? Thought begets heresy. Heresy begets retribution. To question is to doubt. Ignorance is a virtue. Ah, yes. Missionary. If I must. Turn your thoughts to the God Emperor. What is in there? Some kind of relic? What do these missionaries want? Where's the cardinal? Are they just here now? Are they just here? Oh. Oh, fun. We have new shipments. Oh yeah, we're quite high on the dogmatic scale. But yeah, we're pretty high on the +1 resolve. Oh, there's some things we haven't explored here. How intriguing. Already explored. Already explored. Already explored. Yes, I thought so. What's been going on with the purge? Yes, can you lock someone in their own home? That's the real question. How dangerous are they? What do my officers think? At a public tonsure ceremony? No. Let's do what Ulfar says. Touch did not resist their newfound fate. Lovely. Oh. I can get some high-level shit. Piety's ooh. If that's not a hammer for Dad, I don't know what is. Is that just complete in no time? What? Why are these just completing in, like, 0 time? We've got a lot of plastic. Oh, we don't have much adamantium left. Adamantine? I don't know. Wolverine's not making it on here. Oh, but we just gave him a fucking shield. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. He doesn't need the hammer. But Dad likes a hammer. Maybe it's because it's so far behind the rest of the colonies, it's just to catch it up. Could we... Who else might like a hammer? Adira could have a hammer. No, that's silly. Don't be ridiculous. Ulfar can't use fucking anything because he's a... Argy Bargy. Also can't use fucking anything. What's... Just bolters. Oh, bye, Emmy. Thank you for dropping in. No, it's fine. We'll find another use for the hammer later. The hammer later. It's a new word for... Oh, Pascal could use the hammer. Yes! We'll have to level up Pascal, to be fair. Oh, no, but he's got his... Yeah, why not? Eat the hammer. Thank you, Hane. Where am I? That's undiscovered. That's Mundus Nullius. Biguth Dickuth. What happens if you go to the Imperium? Give it to Cassia. Where else do I want to go? Phlogiston. Or I need to go fucking miles away. Right, travel here. The Immaterium released us from its grip. Travel. Zoink. Oh, right. Fair. Makes sense. We're not allowed nice things. And in this case, a nice thing is going to the Imperium. Well, you know what I mean. Oh, what the fuck's going on here? The Cardinals have literally just moved in. What's going on? Oh, Heinrich. Cascading black. How does not have lighting transfer station? Oh, for goodness sake. Where's my retinue? They were in their quarters. Where's the high factotum? Was it an accident or sabotage? Let's come up with a plan of action. Save the vessel. Right. Oh no, brackets. Right, let them... there's been an incident at the flight deck. A mob of voidsmen and labourers, despicable cowards all, are trying to break through the shuttles. Wait. Let them go. So how? A mob of voidsmen and labourers are trying to break through the shuttles. The enforcers are holding them back for now, but the cordon is in danger of being overrun. Seal the bay doors and mine the shuttles. Let them know that I mean... I'll just ship them off into space. Oh, we're very... Cabela, we need to level up Cabela, I think. But continue. And then we can have two slashy people. Two slashy people, a Heinrichs, a Pascal, and another. I like how Rogue Trader and Marajai look up in the same direction. Out we come. Death was tantalizingly close there. I wish your monkey technologies delivered such surprises more often. Inspect the wreckage. Move forward. Again! Take all the things. Oh god, no. What am I doing? Come on.
None shall stand in my way.
Have they changed the health bar to be shinier? Looks different to my eyes. I think it would be like him having coffee, wouldn't it? That's why everyone looks like they're the same, because they're all inside each other. It's a Friday night in the Horrendous Expanse. No, I don't have any healing. Don't have any traumas.
Victory awaits.
Choo choo, motherfuckers! Ah, hello, Donut. What are they doing? Why are they playing ominous music? What's wrong with Heinrich? Oh, Captain, good to see you back here. I'll give you a lift to a safe place. Oh, yes, please. Does this count as a derail? Ah. You could not have come at a better time. Being in the right place at the right time of my duty. My calling even. At your... What the... Cast off the evil hand. It holds only betrayal and... What? What? Did it just say he's not... Burn-covered fist clenching. They're being hunted. Since when can they carry a weapon? Heinrich, what is going on? Chilling psychic aura around him make your blood run cold. Oh, hello. The bastard. Looks like I'm not alone in having a problem with unreliable allies. Oh. If only he... The things we could have had... You could have shown me the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Oh. My Levi's.
I'll wipe you from the face of the
Where the fuck did you come from?
Angel's blessing awaits!
Well, I don't have a choice, do I? So, why is Jay on the floor? What the? What?
We bring deliverance!
Enjoy your luck while you still draw breath.
Will stand in our way!
They were trying to. He was too nice to us. I think that was the clue. He was aloof, but still too nice. Why are you having a lie down? That's what I want to know. Oh, God.
song guides me.
For goodness sake, he literally just stood up.
Prepare the way for ascension.
We bring deliverance.
Oh, for goodness, come on.
I will endure.
Stand in our way.
Can you... Is it my go yet?
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Stand in our way!
You won't fell me.
Yeah.
The Sire's song guides.
Right, Rose nearly
Too
dead.
bad I never leave debts unpaid. Hold on,
Oh,
sweet
great.
sister.
Now,
No,
it's-
no, no.
If I
You
can-
can't be dead.
Good God, it's got fucking 5 million health.
Just a minor set.
How am I... Oh good, at least Dad parried. Oh, finally, someone gets a fucking move. We're very low on momentum. Okay, we can do this.
With grace and malice.
Thank you.
It is handled.
I'd forgotten. I don't think I've heard that. It is handled before. Oh, I can't juke through that way. Can I juke through this way? Nope, I can't juke. I'm unable to juke. That's rather annoying.
With grace and malice. Not enough!
Oh, dance for card. What? How did that not... Did you... Why did you do no... There we go. Did it do nothing? Nothing.
It would be beneath me to even attempt it.
Right. Najai, you've proved not very helpful. Oh, we've got desperate times.
I feel the power surging.
Call for desperate
Let's
measures.
see to it. Be gone.
Right, well that killed most of them.
Song fades.
Mm-hmm. I think we
won't
all need
object
a bit of the Emperor's blessing, I feel.
But of course, Lord Captain. For the throne's glory.
Should let the train hit those guys. Ugh. Right. That's Greg telling us, but we will finish this. Heinrichs is just gonna is doing everything we need him to. We're gonna let him get an attack of opportunity, aren't we? If we do that, so
Let's see
Just-
to it.
buff yourself. We've got plenty to go on here. Either that or, considering Dad's going next, they're on the floor. That'll kill those guys.
I won't object to it.
No fear.
Good. They're mostly dead. So then it's just this fucking gene stealer. I feel like this is going to do more than 46 damage. worth a shot.
But of course, Lord Captain.
What? That did fucking nothing.
Alas, no.
Right. Dad, what I'm going to need you to do is the shouty thing. Make sure everybody's looking at you. Then that one's going to be your sworn enemy.
It will be done.
Then you're going to... Ooh. Marks enemies. I haven't used these shield things yet. Stalwart defense. The wielder marks enemies in the area. Oh, right, no, that's boring. Cleave.
Reduced to dust. Brace yourself, Avalon.
I'm done with this one.
They're just going to have a little back and forth, aren't they?
I took care of this
Dad's just auto-attacking. Oh, I'd forgotten about that one.
one. I've suffered.
Right. Where's his opening? I really don't like the new opening symbol. It really grinds my gears. Come on, this will surely do something. How is it? Marzi. You're grinding my gears, is what I'm going to say. Right, just droop yourself away. Dance. What a coincidence. Charge.
It's Hannah.
Nothing. No. Nada. Ah, well.
Behold.
Oh, we can't use a thingy and a... No, oh well.
Let's see to it.
How much have we got? We've got 4.
I won't object to it.
Hammer of the Emperor, Shield of the Emperor. Probably want to use Hammer. And Ignite. I would ideally not be standing right next to him as well. Because he can do damage to me. Hopefully this...
Naturally. Holy terror, smite
Good.
your enemies.
Good. Right. What do you mean I can't do that? Is he not on fire? How is he not on fire? For goodness sake. What kind of exercise are they running here? I can't use a medikit because that's... I've not got enough. Worth a
Let's
shot.
see to it.
Only 83? Ah, Dad. Right.
Indeed. We'll rule the stars
Let's do that.
themselves.
You're gonna fuck up this gene stealer. You got me?
Victory is imminent.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, there was a bit of back and forth there. Gives you skills.
It will be done. I will do my duty. It will be done.
Just generally buffing him. Good.
Pain
Right.
and duty go hand in hand.
Now, finally. Now we can run after this fucker. Huh? We dance macabre? Not quite. Not quite far enough.
I yearn for agony.
Better than nothing. Dance. Just shoot him. Pew! Oh, I've got 2 dances. Isn't that lovely?
With grace and malice.
You shall be my sworn enemy. Dispatch him. Good. He's not exactly unharmed. He's covered in blood. Hold on, don't die.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Remember to save. Mm-hmm. Meh, meh, meh. Yeah. And these chaps. Meh, meh, meh. I'll probably keep one of those. Yes, we're time for a break. When we get back, we will level up. Although I fear we've reached the end of Indy's tether. But I will be with you in, let's call it, back in 15 minutes. So here. And we're back. We have hydration. We have offloaded. We're onloading. Oh no, another sing us a song. Yes, I know, we need some more shitpost requests. Just, you know, top it all off. I reckon I've got another half an hour in me. So, I will finish off this little quest, and then we'll get to songs. I am worried I don't know Nothing Else Matters well enough to be able to do it justice this week. But I will, over the next couple of weeks, because there's no stream next week, this quest isn't little. Okay, in that case, I will... stop there. I'm going to eat my apple. It's a crunchy apple. Oh, which has been followed. Thank you, Carrier97. We are transitioning back to just my face while I eat my apple. Oh no. My goodness, we'll do that. We'll level up. We're opening apple again. Sorry, Indy. I completely forgot. You should, well, just request it here, and then you can post it. It's in the same spreadsheet as the old Flim Flam in the Discord. We will level up. That will bear us the time. Mostly dogmatic, I would say. But you know, if you count dogmatic as doing whatever you want, and justifying it because the Emperor made you perfectly. Yes. Okay. And to embiggen my screen. Get it out of the way of the chat. Indy! Yoshk. Somebody spritz Yoshk. Anyway, to continue what I was going to say, I don't feel like I can do Nothing Else Matters justice, not knowing it very well. So I'm going to bank that one, and we will come back to it in 2 weeks' time, when I've had a chance to listen to it properly. If that appeals to the crowd. Whatever my heart desires. Fellowship. Yeah, let's go for that. Oh god, he's... Oh no, it's fine. It's nothing he uses. Then for Dad. Are we on our own again just because we were... I can have a look in my folder. Toughness. Rigorous. Dad is nothing if not tough and rigorous. Okay, yes, I will practice. I will practice. The sugar-free gummy bear review. That sounds interesting. Weapon skill, crowd kill. Yes. Argy bargy. Okay, we'll do the sugar-free gummy bear. Someone will request the. We'll request it. No, I've not got much good in my folder either. BS point blank. Good. Then Jay. The lovely Jay. No, Ruru. You're not a villain. And then Marzipan. Thank you for hydration. Keeping us honest and hydrated. Everyone remember to stay moistened. How are we doing on the bingo? Anybody close? And impetus. And then we save. Oh, no, we haven't had a don't clip that yet. Okay. Transition. 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 Transitioned. Transition. What happened to chat? Chat's dead. Long live chat. I didn't murder her. She's in a better place. She's now a fern. Yes, if you've not effed in the chat for... No, it's true. Sometimes you just gotta let a good plant die. Okay. Apple in my teeth. Scribbler, please request your meme, if you would. / shitpost. DM'd me the gummy bears. Der Gummibar. Abracadabra. I've literally just saved this image somewhere and it's disappeared. Right. And now we just have to get it up. Finding things in folders. And then Nuru's next. And I think that will be the end of the day. Just because, as I say. Well, we'll end. It's good to end on a song. You know what I mean? You get me. You get me. Right, Yosh, am I appropriately not being blocked by the thing? Skim it first. Okay. This is a good point. Well made. Skimming. Oh God, it goes on. Oh my God, it's so long. How long is it? Okay, we're just going to go for it. Because... but actually, I might just adjust the thing so that we can just see the... Add window capture. No, we're doing it now. We'll do it live. And I presume in the style of Marajai Azuriash. Just getting my window set up. Transition. The sugar-free gummy bear. Hell holds no surprises for me anymore. Flavor name, Gold Bears. This is a cautionary tale, and unlike most of the other reviews on this product, this is a true story, and its authenticity can be qualified by a small news item that appeared in the Toronto Star's local news section during the month of April in 2013, much to my chagrin. I would consider myself a prudent man, not given to bouts of outspokenness or craving attention, and certainly not one to rock the boat. On any given day, I can be found reading a crime novel on a park bench in the middle of the city, soaking in the opulence of nature, while nibbling on my tuna fish sandwiches and fending off the voracious gulls and squirrels that threaten to spoil my repose. This is me, law-abiding and introspective, which is why it came as a shock to me to find myself incarcerated because of the devil's confectionery, Satan's sweetmeat, Lucifer's lozenges, the horror that is known as Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. I'll set the scene. It was late winter, early spring in Toronto, and the city had just been digging itself out from a late-season snowstorm. I was heading to Pearson International Airport for a red-eye flight to Amsterdam in order to give the Dutch arm of our company some training on the new software that had been installed. I'm deliberately being vague to prevent my place of work from being linked in any way to this incident. I had just finished packing, checked the time, and found I was running late. My flight was at 7:10 p.m., and it was now almost 5 p.m. Cursing softly, I ran out to the car and threw my bags in the trunk, hitting the gas a little harder than usual in my haste to make it to the long-term parking lot as soon as possible. Luckily, traffic was light on the 401, and I made it to the airport in record time, but knew that my chances of making the flight were still at risk if I didn't use my time wisely. I hadn't eaten since lunch, and I was feeling a bit hungry, my stomach rumbling loudly in protestation, which caused me to look around at the other travelers rushing past me in the busy terminal, mortified that my bodily noises might be heard by others. I briskly checked my watch and decided that I'd had enough time to grab a quick snack before going through the baggage check and security, and would get something more substantial once I was checked through security. I spotted a vending machine nestled in a relatively low-traffic corner of the terminal and rushed over, already pulling out my credit card and mentally assessing what I had a craving for, so as to save time interacting with the machine. My eyes scanned the colourful array of confection quickly, coming to rest on a tantalizing, rainbow-coloured bag of gummy bears, with the simple white and red logo, Haribo, emblazoned across the bag in what appeared to be a slightly tweaked Helvetica Rounded. Now, I'd pause here in the story for a moment to underscore the importance of making proper choices. I was hungry. When you're hungry, you should eat food. Food is defined as nutritious substance that people consume to maintain life. This is what food is. These days, the definition of the word food has been bastardized, and the meaning has been broadened to include veritably any material that can be digested, or rather chewed and swallowed, without causing death or severe illness. Haribo sugar-free gummy bears are not food. They aren't even from this planet. I imagine their origins being conceived in a boardroom in hell by a top team of creative pain administrators, with senior-level demons rubbing their hands together in ghoulish delight as hell's chief chemist slowly lifts the veil on their new creation. The point here being, I made a very, very, very poor choice. I pushed the button and the vending machine ejected the brightly coloured bag into my waiting hands. I'd always liked gummy bears. They were bright but rather innocuous. They weren't overly sweet so as to become cloying. And of course each candy came in the visage of a rather happy, docile bear, reminiscent of the picture one's mind's eye holds of all the anthropomorphic bears from Yogi to Winnie. The way I figured it, I was taking a bit of a holiday from life, so I could relax my fastidiously regimented daily schedule and allow for some frivolity. After all, I was going to be in Amsterdam come morning with 16 hours to kill before I had to be training the Dutch employees. Maybe I would take a trip down to one of the coffee shops on the red light district and really let my hair down. No, I wouldn't do that. I would see that area of the city from a bus as I went to the hotel, where I would eat at the hotel restaurant and drink sparkling water. So I'd better enjoy the gummy bears, my one extravagance to commemorate my break from routine. I joined the queue in the KLM line, which was mercifully short, most likely because of all the passengers for my flight had already been checked through, as the flight was scheduled to depart in an hour. I checked my watch again, frowned, and absent-mindedly opened the bag of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears, and began to munch on them as the line slowly advanced. To be fair, they tasted fine, just like every other manufacturer's brand of the colourful candy, and they were sugar-free to boot. This is what made the whole incident that followed so baffling. If they had tasted off or different, I most likely wouldn't have continued to shovel them into my mouth absent-mindedly while daydreaming about what I would order to eat from room service in my hotel in Amsterdam. As I gave the attendant my e-ticket, and she weighed my bags, the first of the pains began in my stomach. I thought nothing of it at first, chalking it up to the fact that I needed something more substantial than gummy worms to tackle my hunger. But over the course of the next 5 minutes, the shooting pain began to become in more rapid succession. At this point, I had my boarding pass printed, and rubbing my stomach a little, I proceeded to security. I briefly entertained the thought of trying to find a restroom before going through security, but at that point my discomfort was manageable, and I didn't think it was getting any worse, certainly not within the amount of time it would take to clear security. I joined the line and started fishing for my passport to present to the agent checking tickets. I felt a thin sheen of sweat break out on my forehead and my underarms, and my features flushed for a moment as a wave of heat washed over me. I didn't pay it much heed, as going through security always caused me great anxiety, and I chalked it up to the pre-flight jitters. It was only as I stood face to face with the agent and handed her my passport and ticket that I had a glimpse of the agony that was about to begin. It felt like time rippled for a moment, as if my consciousness buckled, so intense was the pain that fired through my bowels. I grimaced spastically and emitted a low moan. I felt myself take an involuntary step sideways. Stars shot through my head briefly, and my vision blurred, and then snapped back into focus. The agent was staring at me with slight consternation and asked me if I was all right. I pulled myself together, stood up straight, and declared that I was fine, mortified that I'd had a lapse of decorum not only in public but at the security clearance in an airport. As I fumbled off my belt and to go through the metal detector, the pain in my stomach increased, and I practically had to sit on the floor to take my shoes off, terrified of what would happen if I bent at the middle to do it. It was becoming increasingly more evident to me that this wasn't just a stomachache. No, this was something much worse. As a child, I had had a bout of diarrhea after a trip to Mexico with my family. I remember the feeling of nausea that swept through me before my child self had surrendered to the gas pains and parked myself on the toilet for an hour, shitting until I felt like I didn't have any bones left. And that was how I was feeling now, with several key differences. The pain was worse. The sense of an impending bowel movement was so formidable it gave me temporary amnesia, and it took all of my willpower, all of it, to clench my butt cheeks together to prevent my sphincter from exploding. A sudden shock of pain racked my body, and I wondered if I was going to give birth to a Tasmanian devil. The crazy, fever-induced image of said cartoon animal chasing Bugs Bunny through the splashy, volcanic shit kettle that was my stomach caused me to elicit a short, maniacal bark of laughter as I approached the metal detector, a wild, distant look in my eyes, sweat now beginning to pour off me like a long-distance runner in Kenya. The security agent on the other side of the detector shot a quick glance over to her co-worker, who narrowed his eyes and made a subtle movement towards his holster. My breathing became uneven as I entered the metal detector, and I realized with alarm that I had taken off my socks without even registering it, and one of my shirt tails was untucked at the front. I held my breath, my eyes bulging dangerously from my head as the machine scanned me. As I shakily moved forward towards the agent for a pat down, my stomach began to elicit sounds that can only be described as otherworldly. It started off a sort of bubbling sound, heard from afar and grew in pitch and intensity at an alarming rate. My jaw dropped in shock as what I can only describe as the sound of an agonized, wailing alley cat in a heat, with a persistent Doppler effect added to its voice emitted from some nether region of my intestines. The officer's eyes widened in alarm, and she kept her eyes glued to my stomach as she thoroughly patted me down. As she reached my shins, I felt my innards suddenly expand and plummet towards my rectum. With cat-like reflexes, I squeezed my sphincter shut with what seemed like nanoseconds to spare, and I knew that if I didn't get to the bathroom immediately, I would shit myself. With a Herculean effort and all of the strength that I could muster, I forced my butt cheeks together, knowing that one false move would open the floodgates. I began to walk like a duck, trying to remain as inconspicuous as possible, not even caring now for what other people were seeing in front of them. A disheveled, barefoot, 40-year-old businessman, red-faced and bulgy-eyed, sweating profusely, shaking slightly, and walking without bending his knees. With single-minded intensity, I grabbed my carry-on, shoes and socks out of the plastic tub that had passed the X-ray inspection, and without putting anything back on, I turned on my heels with the intention of finding the nearest restroom and slowly dying there one squirt at a time. But that is not what happened. I turned to go, and found myself staring at 3 armed agents who stopped me and asked if I would follow them. "Why? What's the matter?" I stammered, wincing slightly as the act of speech seemed to strain the tenuous and extremely fragile truce I'd negotiated between my bowels and the tempest that raged within. "I have to go to the bathroom. Right now," I pleaded. "Just follow us, please," they said, leaving no room for argument. The other travellers clearing the security check stared with curiosity and revulsion as the spectacle unfolding before them, whispering amongst themselves and hurrying to pack up their belongings and get as far away from me as possible, no doubt assuming that the airport had nabbed some sort of domestic terrorist. If I hadn't been feverishly trying to hold back the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, I would likely have died of shame. With each step I took towards the room that they ushered me into, I felt that my legs would give way. I marveled at how strong the human will could be, marveled at what was essentially patching a hole in the Hoover Dam with bubble gum could actually be sustained indefinitely. Maybe I could make it through the ordeal after all. The room they brought me into was an examination room. I'd pretty much stopped registering details of my environment as my consciousness closed off all but the absolutely necessary functions: breathing, ability to walk. But I snapped back to reality when I heard the snap of rubber. The slow dawning realization of poked through my agony and stoic resolve as I turned to face an agent donning rubber gloves. "Sir, we are going to perform a cavity search on you," a young, fresh-faced agent stated in a firm but emotionless voice. His short-cropped blonde hair was immaculate, and for a crazy moment I wondered if he was an actor, and this was all some sort of elaborate practical joke done to amuse bored kids watching YouTube. He must have taken my tortured silence for resistance, because he looked at me sharply and said, "Lower your pants and underwear, please, and face the desk." Panic started to grip me in its icy grasp, and the sudden adrenaline threatened to destroy my sphincter's bulwarks and rend my anus in two. I inhaled sharply, and with a pained gasp, I doubled up my efforts to clench my cheeks together. "Sir, please," I begged, deferring to this kid in an act of desperation. "I have to go to the bathroom. You can follow me into the stall if you need. But I had some bad Haribo I had to go to the bathroom. You can follow me into the stall if you need, but I have had... You can follow me into the stall if you need. But I have had some bad Haribo sugar-free gummy bears, and now I feel like..." But they had stopped listening and smirked at each other. Two of the other agents, a tall, dark-haired female and a shorter, balding fat man, looked away from me, and I could see them shaking a little as they stifled their laughs. "Sir, face the wall, put your hands on the desk and spread your cheeks," the young agent stated, a lopsided grin on his face. But I began to protest, and then a fresh shock of pain forced me to stop and lean on the table for support as an ungodly howling rose from my stomach. Something between the dying moans of a woolly mammoth and the sound of bubble wrap popping underwear. I exhaled shakily, and my focus began to narrow as I rallied for the final battle. Shaking uncomfortably, ice and sweat literally raining down on the tabletop in front of me, I turned to face the wall and heard a meek, childlike voice pleading from somewhere in the room. "Please," it said, and then again, "Please." From somewhere within, my mind recognized that this sound had issued from me, although I, unconscious, had now begun to separate from my body, and I held my breath and prayed to God for strength. "He probably has some heroin or something up there that opened up," the female guard said, as part of me that hadn't escaped into the ether, yet acknowledged that she was behind me, to my left. "Probably high as a kite. Look at him," she said. The shorter guard agreed with a snort, off to my right. "Spread your cheeks," the lower agent said, his voice directly behind me and lower than the other two. "And bend over." "Please God, please God, please God, please God, please God," I whispered in a desperate maniacal mantra, not even aware of my surroundings anymore. I felt I was lost in an opium fog with half-snatched images and sounds filtering through to create a nonsensical version of reality. Another volley of pain tore through me, and I involuntarily leaned forward over the desk, my focus completely narrowed now to a spot on the wall 2 feet in front of me. A curious imperfection in what seemed to be a whitewashed stone wall. It was a dark blotch about 5 millimeters long and shaped like a smiling bear. A yellow, dancing bear. No, a green bear. No, red. It was all the colors of the rainbow. My God, it was beautiful. It just took something as simple as a slight breeze to trigger Armageddon. That's all. No trumpets, no fanfare, no fire raining from the heavens,
No dogs and cats living together in harmony. No finger on the button, no prophet to predict it. No nothing. As I stared at the rainbow bear smiling and dancing in front of me, my mouth agape, drooling, eyes glazed and bloodshot, face coated with a sheen of sweat, I heard the softest sound. An exhalation from the young agent behind me, and at the same instant, the warm air of his breath feather across my butt cheeks. For just a moment, maybe less, maybe a split second, maybe even a nanosecond, I felt the presence of God there with me in that room, as neurons began to misfire at a blinding rate, nerve endings bristled, and muscles twitched reflexively. I stood on the brink, with one foot hovering over the edge, and then, without taking a step, I found myself plummeting. With a sound like an extra-large plastic ketchup bottle being run over by a Mack truck, my sphincter released. The pressure of the blast pushed me hard into the desk, and the legs of the desk screeched as they scraped across the floor. My body remained rigid for a moment, and I experienced a relief that can only be described as orgasmic in its purity. My eyes rolled back in my head, and my tongue lolled out of my head like a half-retarded dog, and I emitted a low, sustained groan that grew in pitch as the filthy torrent pushed its way out of my body. Tremors racked my body, and I must have looked like a fish out of water with an endless stream of shit firing out of its arse. Other sounds and sensations started to filter in now as my consciousness began to materialize once more. The muffled scream of a dungeon filled with prisoners near death radiated from my stomach, the rushing sound of liters of liquid trying to escape through an aperture too small to accommodate it, all at the same time. The omnipresent sound of chunky liquid spattering against a hard surface with great force. The high-pitched screaming of a woman's voice calling out to God. Another voice sobbing uncontrollably, imploring, "Make it stop!" And my own ecstatic monotone wail. When my ordeal had eventually run its course, I was left panting for breath, and wobbly-legged, half crying, half laughing with relief, barely lucid and feeling as if I had birthed an elephant. My colon felt like someone had poured chili sauce all over it and then sent in a colony of fire ants to eat it. Through my sobs I heard the sound of dripping, like when the sprinklers are eventually turned off after an office fire, or after a thunderstorm when the willow that overhangs a pond continues to rain down after the sky has stopped. From behind me, the sobbing continued, and I heard someone trying to speak into a walkie-talkie, but nonsensical words were all that a man could speak, which sounded like the ravings of a lunatic. With great relief, I slowly pulled myself off the table, legs trembling, my stomach eliciting one last sound, a loud, prolonged gasp bubbling that eerily resembled a pig orgasm. I slowly turned my head to survey the devastation, and in that instant, if I had had a pencil or some other sharp object, I could probably have gouged my eyes out in revulsion. And the smell was enough to drive a man insane. It was the stench of rotting potatoes mixed with sulfur and ammonia, cooked in a broth of chicken feces and left to age for 2 weeks in a yeasty stew at the bottom of a French outhouse. After half a whiff of this ghoulish brine, I immediately stopped breathing through my nose, but the taste was to remain in my throat for months to come. The young agent had taken the brunt of the foul witch's brew, and at first I couldn't process what I was seeing. I thought somehow the young blonde kid had been spirited away and replaced by a brown golem or an ATV rider that had spent the better part of the day driving through every mud puddle he could find after a torrential downpour, with some degree of compartmentalization. I came to understand that for some unfathomable reason the kid hadn't moved, or had been unable to move through the entire fecal deluge. He'd weathered the entire assault head-on, like some sort of hero from Greek mythology. I had given the poor schmuck a one-man show that would make a Brazilian pornographer retch with disgust. And he was still in the same position he must have been in from the moment of first impact. I tried to comprehend how he must be feeling, what he must be going through psychologically, but it became very evident very quickly that he had become very broken. No doubt forced so deeply within himself once the fire hose had been turned on that there was little to no hope of him ever coming back from it. Certainly not without extensive psychotherapy or a lobotomy. I looked beyond his quivering, catatonic, crouched form to see a perfect outline of a white wall behind him, either side filled with a dripping, opaque layer of alternatively pulpy and runny fecal stew. I noticed 2 quivering masses at either extremes of the room and realized they were in humanoid form, although the cat nearly there that was coming from these broken creatures was just blubbering gibberish. And this was the tableau that was burnt into my mind's eye for eternity. Needless to say, I missed my flight. In fact, the next week is a blur. I have vague recollections of an army of hazmat-clad figures looming through the brown landscape of the soiled room, the sloping sounds of rubber boats squelching in puddles of fetid detritus, uncontrollable wailing, and animal-like sounds issuing from the mouths of creatures that had been traumatized beyond their capacity for being put back together. For complete loss of sensation from my waist down as I rolled through the room on a waterproof gurney, its wheels struggling to surf on top of the shit-soaked floor. I spent a week or so in the hospital, enclosed in a well-ventilated, sealed room, with suited doctor coming in on the hour to monitor my vital signs as they tried to rehydrate my body. I had apparently expelled every available drop of water from my body that was possible to sustain life without for a short period of time. All of my clothes were incinerated in the hospital's crematorium, and the soiled bag of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears was never recovered. This is my story. It is inconceivable to think that this kind of production can be sold legally and misrepresented as food. I was lucky I survived. But as for the families of the survivors, and the survivors themselves, they will forever live with the trauma of the events that took place at Pearson International Airport on that snowy day in April 2013. Thank you for your feedback. Never trust a scrib. Never trust a scrib. Oh God. Thank you, Stell Donut. I need to hydrate. 36 minutes. I need to finish my apple. That was mammoth. Yep. Absolutely mammoth. I don't think I have the energy to sing a song. I'm sorry, Nurururu. But I think breathe. Ugh. God. No, never again. Never again. I won't make it through it. I won't make it through it a second time.
I only made it through just because there was... Oh, Samit. The things that I've seen. I only made it through just by trying to forget that the words had meaning. And just reading them as just sounds. That got me so far. But the golem got me. God. Oh. Thank you, Scribbler. That's very kind of you. Right then. Right, we've ended. That took longer than I was expecting. So we've ended tonight. We're going to have to end it there. But thank you all very much. Oh, don't feel bad. I had fun. Have a wonderful week, everyone. If you or anybody else have been affected by the issues in this program, invest in some Imodium. A veritable shit stream. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I won't see you next week. I will see you the week after. Barring any other acts of God. And I will practice songs. And Nuru and Jaimek, you have songs queued up first. So, thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.